I liked it a little better when the music was going and like everyone was a little less stuffy. Here we go. Students, parents, family, friends, faculty, welcome to our induction of the 2014 class of Alpha Lambda Delta Phi Eta Sigma. This award ceremony is a wonderful opportunity for us to honor the scholarship of our first year students. I'm Jody Tessing-Ritter. I'm the Associate Dean of Students here, and I have the absolute privilege of being the advisor to this wonderful executive board team of Alpha Lambda Delta Phi Eta Sigma. They're a phenomenal group of young students, and I'm so proud to be a part of their organization. Today we have the opportunity to acknowledge and celebrate the academic achievements of the scholars sitting before you. Students, by achieving a 3.5 GPA in your first year of college, you have proven yourselves to be hardworking and motivated individuals. Your invitation to Alpha Lambda Delta Phi Eta Sigma proved you have accomplished something that over 80% of college freshmen have not. Outstanding academic achievement during your first year in college is such an accomplishment. This honor society can be a new outlet for you to network with other driven individuals and will open doors to many opportunities for you. So congratulations. And to your parents and family, I want to tell you, the first year of college is so hard. So many things can go wrong. Homesickness, roommate problems, not being academically prepared, just being bored sometimes, playing too many video games, all kinds of things can go wrong in your first semester of college. So the fact that these young men and women have achieved so much success already, you should all be very proud. So let's congratulate your parents for raising wonderful children who can do such great things. And now we're going to honor you that we've congratulated them. I'd like to take a moment to first introduce the rest of our 2013-2014 Executive Board for Alpha Lambda Delta Phi Eta Sigma. Our president, who has done a phenomenal job. This is my first year as the advisor, actually, so I would hardly call myself very good at it. And Samantha has tutored me quite well. And I've also known Samantha in her role as a member of our Honors Month Steering Committee for the last 4 years. She's a phenomenal young woman. She's going to stand up, but she's behind you, so be sure and stand, please. She's our president. She'll be graduating this year. Our senior vice president, Ms. Caitlin Wilberding. Our vice president of induction, Megan Smith. Our Vice President of Recruitment, Caitlin Daly, who is currently studying abroad. I'm living vicariously through her, but let's send her a shout out. And our Secretary, Morgan Freeberg. Our Treasurer, Joe Richardson. And our Social Media Chair and Webmaster, who put together the wonderful slideshow that you viewed before we started, Mr. Gabriel Jensen. And our events chair, Stephanie Breedsman. On behalf of everyone currently serving on the executive board, we look forward to a great upcoming year and would like to once again welcome you, all of you, to the 2014 Alpha Lambda Delta Phi Eta Sigma induction ceremony. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Caitlin Wilberding. I'm Senior Vice President and future Co-President of ALD-PES, and I would like to share with everyone a brief history of Alpha Lambda Delta. In 1924, the first chapter of Alpha Lambda Delta was founded at the University of Illinois as a National Honor Society for Freshman Women. 14 years later, in 1938, the organization became an official member of the Association of College Honor Societies. As funds were established, Alpha Lambda Delta was able to publish its first official newsletter, The Flame. Today, this annual newsletter continues to offer articles highlighting activities from chapters all across the country. In 1975, the National Alpha Lambda Delta Council voted that men be eligible for membership in the organization. This year, Alpha Lambda Delta's national headquarters will be awarding 35 Joanne Tro undergrad scholarships ranging from $1,000 to $3,000. There will also be 10 James G. Stemler Awards of $1,000 for ALD members that participate and study abroad. Lastly, there will be 23 graduate fellowship scholarships ranging from $3,000 to $7,500 each. This year marks the 39th year of the UW-Eau chapter of Alpha Lambda Delta. From the inception of the original chapter of 45 members to present, Alpha Lambda Delta has grown to include more than 260 chapters nationwide, including well over 850,000 students. It is in this spirit of growth that Alpha Lambda Delta continues to recognize and promote superior scholastic achievement among women and men.
Hello, I am Morgan Freeberg. I am the Secretary of Alpha Lambda Delta Phi Eta Sigma, and I'm going to tell you about the history of Phi Eta Sigma. Similar to Alpha Lambda Delta, Phi Eta Sigma has sponsored a tradition of excellence for many decades. Founded at the University of Illinois on March 22, 1923, it is the nation's oldest and largest freshman honor society. Phi Eta Sigma was originally founded as an all-male freshman scholastic honor fraternity. They eventually dropped the word fraternity and in 1974 began accepting both men and women into membership. Today, the society has grown to include 365 chapters throughout the United States and has inducted 950,000 scholars since its founding. Chartered in 1936, this year marks the 76th anniversary of the UW-EC chapter of Phi Eta Sigma. Throughout its long-standing history, Phi Eta Sigma emphasizes that character is the foundation of responsibility and success. The qualities of character which we emphasize are truth and helpfulness in our relations with others, courage in maintenance of principles, constructive thinking, clean living, and most of all, charity in judging actions of others. This year, Phi Eta Sigma National Headquarters, through the Society's Founders Fund, plans to award one fellowship fund in the amount of $10,000, 4 distinguished member scholarships of $7,500 to first-year graduate students, and also 35 distinguished member scholarships of $6,000 each to full-time undergraduates. There will also additional undergraduate awards of $1,000 to each. To reiterate, Phi Eta Sigma will award $285,000 in total just this year. The Greek letters on the scroll in the album forms the motto of the organization: knowledge is power.
I'm delighted to welcome our guest speaker, Dr. Beth Helwig. Dr. Helwig is in her 6th year as Vice Chancellor of Student Affairs at the University of Wisconsin-Eau. Prior to joining the UW-Eau, Dr. Helwig served as Dean of Student Services at Gonzaga University in Spokane, Washington. Dr. Helwig has received many awards and accolades during her career. Dr. Helwig was the first recipient of the Zenobia Heights Memorial National Award through the NASPA for mentorship of women in 2011. She was also selected as the NASPA Region IB East recipient of the Outstanding Performance as a Senior Student Affairs Officer in 2012. Most recently, she received the Office of the Multicultural Affairs Distinguished Service Award in the fall. She has a PhD from the University of Northern Colorado, MED from Colorado State University, and a BA from New Mexico State University. Please join me in welcoming our guest speaker, Dr. Helwig, to the podium.
Thank you so much for that nice introduction. I hope you can see me. I'm on my tippy toes. It's a great pleasure to be able to join you this afternoon for this prestigious honor award ceremony. It was 6 years ago that I, with my heart beating a little bit more quickly, was also inducted as an honorary member of this prestigious organization. So for all of you that are being inducted today, we are part of the same group. And I hope when you see me on campus, you'll say hello, introduce yourself. And it's so wonderful to know that we can network with one another, encourage each other, and support each other in this collegiate experience. I cannot imagine a more wonderful way to spend an afternoon as the Vice Chancellor for Student Affairs than spending it with students. But I'd like Jody wanted to acknowledge the family members who are here today to celebrate your son or daughter, your grandson or daughter, a family member. It means a lot that you would take the time to be here on a Saturday afternoon. I think for so many people who have worked really hard in their first year in college, to be able to achieve a 3.5 or greater grade point average is absolutely spectacular. It is not easy to be at a university of this kind of a competitive spirit and be able to achieve that kind of a GPA. What I would like to wish for all of you that are being inducted today is to think about what it means to have that mantle of being in an honorary. It's an honor for sure, but with it comes some responsibilities in terms of what can you do to benefit your brothers and sisters here on this campus, in the surrounding community, and even in the world. I think about this organization as not just about scholarship, but also about leadership and about service to people who are in need. And I hope that you will take up the ideal that you are going to be able to reach out and do some wonderful things. When I think about scholarship, I am so grateful for all those around the world in history who took the time to pursue a collegiate experience and to get an education. I think about how blessed we are, how wonderful it is that we could be at a collegiate experience. So many people don't have the privilege of going to a university, and we do. I think about the people who studied science and have been able to invent wonderful medications that help us to be able to be healthy. I think about philosophers who studied about the philosophy of the world and are helping us to think about how we interact with each other. I think about those who graduate with a business degree and are entrepreneurial and come up with the kinds of businesses that might benefit those in their community. And I hope that all of you who are studying at this university will think a little bit about what the degree is that you're striving to achieve and how that can not only help you and your family, but it might be able to benefit the community in which you live. I have had the honor of being able to be a daughter, of parents who sincerely valued education. My father, I told this story yesterday at the Blue Gold Beginnings, is a person who I greatly admire, but he was the son of farmers in Missouri, never had the chance to go to college. He was the youngest of 10 children. My mother grew up in Chicago in a very difficult situation with her mother who deserted her. She sought her entire life to try and find her mother, but never was able to do so. And she felt like if there was any possibility of being able to rise out of poverty, it would be through education. My father felt the same way. And so they worked very hard to have a wonderful family, have 5 children and 6 foster children. They couldn't quite be able to afford a college education for all of us. So they worked really hard to be able to earn enough money for at least 1 year of college for all of us. And thank goodness they launched us into a world of education. I feel like it is the way out of poverty. It is the way, education is a way to be able to help us be better people as well. So it is my greatest wish that as you are involved in this honor society that you will take it seriously and you'll keep up the good work. I was blessed to be able to be the advisor to the Mortarboard Honor Society, which is the senior honorary. And that group of students were just spectacular the year that I had the chance to work with them. And so in order for you to be able to reach that accolade, you're going to need to work hard in your sophomore, junior, and your senior year. And I hope that you will hold that as maybe a possibility in your future as well. I'd like to just maybe say a few more things. I don't want to keep you too long, but I think as you look to the person on your left, person to your right, person behind you, person in front of you, do you have a responsibility to your fellow student? And I would like to challenge you to think about that you really do. I think that so often some of us struggle when we're in college with some of the things that Jody was talking about. She talked about homesickness, loneliness. Sometimes people have illnesses. They might lose a family member while they're in college. And what a wonderful gift it would be if each of us thought about we are our brothers and sisters keepers, and that if we do have a responsibility to think about the people that are sitting in our classes. We do need to challenge each other, to work in collaboration with each other, to do research, to encourage each other to do the very best that you can. And I hope that you as a group are going to get to really know each other. Sometimes you could be in an organization and maybe only get to know a couple people. I'd like to encourage you to reach out and make that extra effort to be able to really know this group and feel proud to be part of a group that's greater than yourself. With that, I thank you so much for allowing me the opportunity to just spend a few minutes with you. I congratulate you, I welcome you to this great honorary, and I look forward to spending the next several years getting to know you better. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Howick. I'm going to ask that you come back up to the stage. On behalf of ALD-PES, we would like to thank you with a medal in our Honor Society for being our speaker tonight.
Will all candidates please stand? Your education is a means by which you learn to recognize the wonders of science, to appreciate the beauty of great literature and art, to learn the lesson of history, to study the social and political forces of our world, and to discuss the thought and philosophy of other ages. You are among a select few students who have met the requirements necessary for induction into both Alpha Lambda Delta and Phi Eta Sigma. The honor of membership into these organizations is extended to you in recognition of your exceptional scholastic record. Executive board members of Alpha Lambda Delta, Phi Eta Sigma, these candidates who are now presented for initiation have obtained the high standards required for membership into Alpha Lambda Delta and Phi Eta Sigma and are worthy to be recognized by both their university and these organizations for their notable achievements in scholarship. It is my honor to present to you these candidates for initiation. You may all be seated. We will now call all candidates row by row, and as your name is called, please come forward to sign the chapter roll and receive your certificates and emblems of initiation.
Lauren Adams.
Ivy Aurora.
Colton Ashley.
Janelle Balzovich.
Mitchell Barbo. Caitlin Bauer. Bianca Bentley.
Molly Burgum.
Anastasia Boris.
Elizabeth Bridgman.
Abigail Cafferty.
Kayla Kale.
Olivia Clark.
Andre Cuevas.
Jennifer Dean.
Dan Demler.
Madeline Dunn.
Austin Krasuski.
Tanner Polis.
Dane Forster.
Brittany Foster.
Michelle Fuchs.
Lillian Furr.
Valerie Dean.
Timothy Hakana.
David Hahn.
Carrie Hawkinson.
Sarah Herzog.
Taylor Eisbrenner.
Alyssa Iwanski.
Kimberly James.
Brittany Jansen.
Mackenzie Jensen.
Catherine Karlovich.
Justin Kennedy.
Abigail Keelman.
Kayla Kanjush.
Samantha Kretsch.
Gianni Lefebvre.
Nicole Lancer.
Julia Lewinsky.
Catherine Lippy.
Michael Moranin.
Brittany Martin.
Shelby Marushka.
Jenna McCupton.
Emily Merrifield.
Joel O'Meara.
Aaron Olson.
Emily Pakal.
Amber Prout.
Nicholas Rutano.
Mary Routberg.
Kyle Rouse.
Allison Salzer.
Megan Schilling.
Jennifer Schmidt.
Christina Schroeder.
Joshua Stewart.
Shauna Stranathan.
Cassie Thompson.
Nathan Vernick.
Heather Van Holcomb.
Samantha Wegner.
Jill Wagner.
Emily Bullard. As the upcoming president of the UW-Eau Claire chapter, I confer upon you membership and welcome you into our National Honor Society, Alpha Lambda Delta Phi Eta Sigma. I encourage you to continue maintaining impeccable character by upholding the standards of honest and integrity, strength and courage, truth and wisdom. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the newest members of Alpha Lambda Delta Phi Eta Sigma. past few months, we have distributed to all new members the slate of chapter officers. For those of you who have been chosen, the responsibility is great and the opportunity to grow as a leader is presented. Both the successes and the failures of the group will be attributed to you. After review of all applications, this year's newest leaders of Alpha Lambda Delta Phi Eta Sigma have been chosen. Please come forth onto the stage as you are called. The newest members joining the 2014 Executive Board are Vice President of Recruitment, Emily Willard. And Historian, Abigail Cafferty. Will all in favor of accepting this slate of officers for 2014 Alpha Lambda Delta Phi Eta Sigma, please say aye. Aye. Congratulations.
The role you are taking on the 2014-2015 Executive Board is an important one. As an executive member, you must strive for open communication with your officers and advisors, as you will be a part of all decisions for the organization. You are expected to work hard toward achieving the goals of ALD-PES, as your actions and ideas will contribute to the success and future of the UW-Eau chapter. Our next year's president, Katie Wilberding, will honor you with your executive leader cords as you accept your responsibilities. Will you, Emily Willard, as Vice President of Recruitment, fulfill to the best of your abilities the duties of the officer? Will you, Abigail Cafferty, as historian, fulfill the best of your ability the responsibilities of the office? You are now installed as the Executive Council of ALD-PES for the upcoming year. You will work together to ensure a strong chapter. To the new members of the chapter, in every organization, there must be those who lead and those who follow. No organization can succeed without participation by its members. We ask that you support your officers in their endeavors and work together, as you will have opportunity to shape and help define each other's lives. Keep in mind the purpose of ALD-PES, as you will make significant contributions on our campus. So congratulations, new officers, and we look forward to you in the future and your future contributions.
The Maria Leonard Senior Book Award is presented to an Alpha Lambda Delta National Council, by the Alpha Lambda Delta National Council to the graduating member of the UW-Eau chapter with the highest GPA in their class. This year's book, entitled 100 Cities of the World, takes the reader on a journey through the most fascinating cities around the globe. The winners of this year's award are graduating with perfect GPAs. While we'd love to send them on a trip to all of the cities around the world, we are going to present them with a book. Unfortunately, neither of these students were able to be with us today, but please join me in congratulating and recognizing Matthew Wisby and Kimberly Schumacher for graduating from UW-Eau this spring with a 4.0 GPA. 3.5 in your freshman year was like. At this time, I'd also like to recognize our Senior Officer Award, and I'm so delighted to recognize the outstanding graduating senior officer through the Senior Office Awards. This award is given to a graduating ALD-PES officer who has served at least 2 years in leadership positions within the organization. And Sam has actually served many years in leadership positions in this honor society and several others, so she is so deserving of this award. Each student is presented with a Phi Eta Sigma medallion to wear at their graduation ceremony. The award is presented to Samantha Bailing. Samantha is graduating with a degree in human resources and in management with a human resources emphasis. Her favorite memory at UW-Eau was studying abroad in India during the last winter and getting to ride an elephant. Maybe you need that book, Sam. After graduation, she plans on pursuing a career in human resources. She hasn't accepted a position yet, but hopes to continue working in the Chippewa Valley region. So any of you who are looking for people in human resources, Sam's your gal. Sam, will you please come up and receive your award? Sorry.
Look at it, we promise, we're smart.
Now, while Sam is standing at the podium with me here, I don't know that there is a student who's done more for our Honor Society program in the 4 years that I have been working with this project, or in the 10 years that I've been in my role than Sam has. So let's give her one more big round of applause.
All right, and you have a slight unscripted moment. Even though Jody has kind of said, you know, her first year she's still trying to figure out the advisor role, we just want to thank her so much because she has 4 kids, and this woman just works like crazy, and she still makes so much time for us. So we just want to give her a little certificate and a gift card to spend some time with her family. Newest members of Alpha Lambda Delta Phi Eta Sigma. Today is a day for pride. As you have worked very hard and aimed high to be invited into this elite academic society, your work has certainly paid off. On behalf of myself, the rest of the executive board, and the rest of the organization, we would like to extend you the warmest of welcomes into Alpha Lambda Delta Phi Eta Sigma. We would like to thank all of you, along with your families and friends, for joining us for this wonderful celebration of academic success. Congratulations once again, and remember to never lose touch with your motivation and strength that got you here, because it will surely take you far. For those of you attending the honors reception tonight, it will be held over in the Davie Center on the 3rd floor in the Jubilee Ballroom starting at 5 p.m. Thank you all for coming, and newest ALD-PES members, we'd like you to all join us on stage for a group photo now. We can get that.